Hey there, Java junkies. We're gonna see how this does because my car is on, phone is connected by Bluetooth, so I assume there's a microphone around here somewhere collecting the sound. Don't be fooled by the label or the clear color of this coffee. It's still coffee with Brent. And I want to tell you, so I woke up this morning again, and funny how that happens. It's happened every day for like 56 years. I woke up, checked the weather, was a little chilly, but it was going to warm up a lot today. And I thought about the thing I mentioned with the plumeria tree the other day, and you know, protecting it and things happening behind the scenes. I want to kind of have another story about plants that I think you'll enjoy. So I know there's been a lot of really cold weather and snow and sleet and freezing and pipes bursting and everything. So a few years ago in Alabama, where we lived, in lower Alabama, coastal Alabama, we were going to get some cold weather in the 20s for a couple of nights. And so I wanted to protect our outdoor pipes. And so I went to the store because what I was going to do is I'm going to buy some heaters and set them up outside to have them blowing on our outdoor spigots, faucets. And by the time I got there, well, I'm glad I have this bottle of coffee. By the time I got there, all the heaters were gone. All they had was little heaters, literally about this size. They were probably shorter, definitely no taller than this bottle, about like that. All right, so really small. I plugged it in. I couldn't hardly feel anything. I'm like, oh my gosh, what have I done? But I jury-rigged things. I had to move buckets and chairs and stuff like that to set up these little heaters that literally the size of that bottle, right next to the outdoor spigot. So we have 3 outdoor spigots. One's on the back side, one's on the side, and one was at the front. So I want to tell you about the one at the front, because the one at the front was right next to some shrubs, and we had a big oleander tree. And then we had our front door, like little porch area, and then another oleander tree. And this this little heater, I set it up and let it run for the 2 days that was really cold. And pipes never froze, nothing burst, it's all good. But about a month later, I noticed something. The oleander tree next to where this little heater was, the size of this bottle, was doing pretty well. Leaves were starting to come in. The other oleander tree showed signs of death. And as it turns out, that tree died, and we eventually had to pull it up by the roots. Completely died and frozen. But the oleander tree on the other side was fine because of this little tiny space heater that you couldn't even feel. Like, it wasn't even enough to warm up your hands, and it was not pointing at the oleander tree. It was pointing at the outdoor spigot, but it was close enough to save the life of that oleander tree. So here's what I want to say. You may think you don't have much to offer, you don't have much to give, you're not really making much of an impact. That's a bunch of crap. You don't know how much impact you're making. You may be just enough to save somebody's life. And I'm telling you, there was no difference, no other differences between those trees. One had a little space heater the size of this coffee bottle, pointing, not even pointing at it, but it was enough to heat that area so that it wouldn't go into a deep freeze at like 20 degrees. And sometimes all you have, even though it's a little, is enough. So I hope you remember that. Sometimes I might need your little bit, and it'll be enough for me. So enjoy your coffee. I'm going to enjoy mine with some beef jerky.